So I'll be sharing what I've done for Inktober 2019. I've chosen landscape and architecture as my theme. So this is the official 2019 prompt list. So for ring, I chose to do the Ring of Kerry, which is a tourist spot in Ireland. So next up is my list. It's quite a difficult prompt. I chose to do the burning of Amazon forest or jungle. So bed was another difficult one for landscape and architecture. So I chose this place, which is very famous for shark attack. For freeze is easier because you can do ice, you can do snow. I chose to do a frozen lake in Canada. For build, I can do buildings, but in the end I did pyramids. Well, for husky, I literally chose husky, and I did a dog sled ride. So for enchanted, I chose this forest path in England, where the trees converge into a little tunnel, so it looks like you're going to a fairyland, in the distance. Well, frill is a very difficult one. I think many people chose to do like old people, draw old people, but I was thinking what could be frill? Flower petals maybe, and I did sakura in Japan. Next up is swing, and I chose the Bali giant swing, which I would like to visit in future. So for pattern, I chose to draw a dome, decorated dome of moss. The domes of moss are usually covered with intricate patterns, and this is actually one of the simplest patterns. So for snow, I chose to do the Snow Light Festival in Otaru, Japan. So for the prompt dragon, I chose the Dragon Tunnel in Hauptvilla, Singapore. This is the painting, one of the works where I use a lot of the Sarasa marble pens. And for ash, I chose to draw and paint a volcanic eruption in Indonesia. Overgrown, I chose one of the path in Spain, where the trees on the sides have grown so much until they actually cover the top, and it becomes a tunnel. So for legend, I chose to do the Loch Ness. It is a lake in Scotland where a legendary monster, Nelly, is said to stay in. And the beautiful alpine wildflowers in mountain range in Germany. This is the piece where I actually use acrylic for the flowers. The Sagrada Familia in Barcelona was what I chose for the prompt ornament, and I did it because this building is made in an ornamental design. Yeah, this building here has actually inspired the movie Up, and it's obviously a misfit in this amongst the commercial buildings. I'm sure not many people do this prompt. This for the prompt sling. This is actually a Singapore sling, a drink that's offered in Long Bar in Raffles Hotel in Singapore. For thread, I was thinking something very precarious, so walking along a very high mountain path would be something that you need to be very careful of, and you got to tread carefully. It's actually quite hard. This prompt is not easy for me, but I thought we should treasure the earth, and I drew earth from the space view, and this is the piece where I use quite a lot of the white paints. So this is the prompt ghost, and decided to do the Himeji castle. They're supposed to be a very well-known ghost in there. Well, when you think about the word ancient, right, you think about Greek and Egyptian. Since I did Egyptian in build, I decided to do something from Greece here. Wow, look at the steps to the top of this rock. I think I will definitely be dizzy before even reaching the top. I had a lot of fun making this piece for dark. In fact, I actually made a longer video for this piece. It's done with ink and yeah, just ink. So Tasty is one of the easiest prompts because there's so many things that I can draw. So I did this roadside store in Bangkok. Well, coat is a difficult prompt for me, so I thought about maybe a winter coat and chose this picture of someone skating in her winter coat. So for Rai, I did a little girl on her reindeer. She belongs to one of the tribes in Mongolia who are still domesticating and reindeers in the world. This is one of the most difficult prompt to do because what can be injured, right? So I was thinking about hospitals, and it's really difficult to find hospitals that are pretty, but luckily I found this in Barcelona. For catch, I had wanted to do like some kind of seaside, but I thought, you could actually catch a train, right? So I did a railway station in India. So red is the last prompt, and I wanted to do a strawberry field, and in the end I saw this cute picture of a grocer with the pumpkins. So the most important art material for Inktober is the sketchbook. So I'm very happy to say that I've finished and completed the sketchbook. This sketchbook is actually the perfect sketchbook, the B5 version, and I'm so happy to say that I've actually completed it. And yeah, you know, I'm always happy when I finish up a sketchbook because there's always more. Other than a sketchbook, right? The other important materials would be your pens. So this is my favorite pen, the platinum carbon pen. So this carbon pen is a fountain ink pen, and it comes with a cartridge converter, and I filled it with the I think now it's currently having the noodleless ink in black. Reason why I liked it so much is because of the nib. The nib is fine, and there's some resistance. So when you write on paper, you can actually feel, you know, that scratchy feeling. I really quite like that. So other than that, I think the most commonly used pen would be this one, the manga pen. This is the Tachikawa manga pen, and the nib is the Skuji nib, and it's in sepia. So this one here, I think you can convert. You can buy the converter. Yeah, it's almost gone. The ink is almost gone. Yeah. So I think I've also used a few of these Copic pens. This is in sepia, right? I'm not sure. Yeah, sepia, and warm grey, and this one is in cool grey. So I've used these as well. And this is pretty new. I got this Sarasa marble color pens. These are waterproof, and they are very interesting because the pens are all have a very different colors, colors of different inks of different colors in each pen. And if you look at the ink level of the pens, you will notice that I actually used this one, which is the blueberry smoothie, and the mango. Is this the mango tango? Mint shower, yeah, the mint shower, and also the tropical Hawaiian pineapple. Oh, I've been using the and Hawaiian pineapple quite frequently. Use up quite a lot of it. So if you want a review, just let me know. Put it down the link, and let me know if you want me to review this. Other than that, would be the fountain pens that I use because there were also a few miscellaneous inks that I've used. For example, the J. Herbin ink, the beautiful ink in Stormy Grey. I pair it together with the my Hello Kitty fountain pen from Sailor, and also this is the Noodler's pen. I think it's Arab, and I used it. I used this Super 5 ink in Dali color in the last, I think, in Catch. Then here are the brush pens. This is the Pentel, and this is the Sign brush. And these here are the watercolor, color material. For anything that requires white highlights, for example stars and things like that, I use the Bombay White Indian ink. For the this is the Taylor Roni masking fluid. This is so smelly. Yeah, please hold your breath when you use this, okay? It's like latex and super fishy smell. I can't stand it. Okay, and this is my watercolor palette, which has got, I think, about 34 colors. If you notice, I am actually reaching the bottom of many of these pens, but I have not added fresh paints because I am actually going to replace this whole thing. Yeah, you may want to watch out for a video on how I decide on my new palette. And I've been using this brush. This is a travel brush, actually. It's a portable travel brush, and I think it's called the triangular brush, dagger brush. So the thing about dagger brush is that you can paint a big surface, and or you can keep it. You can paint it like straight down, and you have a you can paint it thinly. And if you really want to do a very small area, you can actually flip it, and you can use this tip, and you can actually do very thin lines. So it's really versatile. And this one is portable, so you can bring it out. So I got this. This is actually Red Saber. Yeah. So I got this a while ago, and yeah, I finally got to use it. This is just a fine round brush, and it's also a portable brush. I think in one of the paintings I use acrylic paint, so this is the acrylic paint. And finally, these guys never appear anywhere in the video, but I use them to do the calligraphy at the end for Inktober. So this is the Winsor Newton ink, black Indian ink, and this is the your dip pen, metal dip pen, right?